The village in it with a map and a plan. No place too tiny for this determined man. Crossing the counties one by one, you'll see in every English corner a bit of history.
Welcome back to Hambleton once again, people. Now, over the last 4 years, I have faced a fair number of challenges when it comes to actually filming these episodes. But generally speaking, I've overcome them all. And I've had to be a little bit creative at times too. I've got to be very creative with this one because this place has less than 20 people living in it, and it's all on one dead-end road that you can walk down within the space of 2 minutes. Believe it or not. And if you don't believe that, that's the way I'm going to film this episode. From where I'm standing right now, I'm just going to walk all the way to the other end, and I bet you I can do it in less than 2 minutes. Shall we find out? This is Howe. Howe Burial Mound. Hello folks, it's another Hambleton village for you today, although this one is more of a hamlet. This is Howe, perhaps one of the smallest in North Yorkshire in terms of population. In 2015, an estimated 20 people lived here. Howe, which is a word that originates from the Old Norse word haga, is a Middle English topographic name for a small hill or a man-made mound or barrow. We've come across a few Howes on our travels. I'm sure seasoned viewers will remember Duggleby Howe, for example, in Rydale. It's correct to assume that there's a Howe here, except it no longer exists. We'll learn the reason why in tomorrow's episode. In this video, we're going to be concentrating more on the village and the farms within it, because, well, that's all Howe really is. It was historically a township in the ancient parish of Pickhill with Roxby in the North Riding of Yorkshire. At the time of the Domesday Book, it belonged to Count Alan of Brittany, and in the Middle Ages, the manor belonged to St Leonard's Hospital in York. Howe became a separate civil parish in 1866. Throughout its life, it's been a small farming community, and nothing has changed. What few houses it possesses are on a dead-end track off the road between Skipton-on-Swale and Ainderby-Quernhow. You could literally walk from one end of that track to the other and back again within 2 minutes. With a population of just 20 people, this would usually be the sort of place I'd drive through. Let's go for a walk though and see what it's like. Okay then, here we are at the start point where I was at the beginning of this video, and as you can see, we've got a post box in the wall on the left, just there. We've also got a house here on the right hand side, and my car is parked just there. This is the road up towards Ainderby-Quernhow and the A1M, the entrance to Howe village, I suppose, and this is a dead end. It's just houses and farms, and I reckon I can do this in less than 2 minutes to walk to the other end. So if you all want to start your stopwatches or whatever else you may have, recording equipment, and we'll begin from right now. In much the same way as in Catton a couple of days ago, the recorded history of Howe is really scant. It was once in the possession of Count Alan of Brittany and later St Leonard's Hospital in York. Throughout its time, Howe has remained pretty much the same as it is today, a rural hamlet that's dedicated solely to farming. You'd likely miss this if you were driving towards the A1 at Ainderby-Quernhow if you didn't know it was here. Most of it is located on a dead-end track. It has a minuscule population and all the houses are clustered together. The parish isn't much larger. If you look at the boundaries, you'll see that effectively the misshapen rectangle of land that is Howe encompasses just the village and a few fields. It's that simple. On entering Howe, the first things you'll likely notice are farm buildings. The farms here are all managed by Howe Estates, which was first registered as a limited company in 1948, some 76 years ago. The company has less than 10 employees, including 3 officers, 2 shareholders and 3 PSC controllers. In terms of size, it's considered micro. It's run by the Littleboy family. There are plenty of farm buildings here because, well, that's what Howe is, a rural farming hamlet. The houses are all related though. They are the farmhouses and properties which are tied to the farms. Howe has no major amenities at all. The hamlet is so small, all it can sustain really is a post box, which is located at the end of this very lane near the B6267. There is also a bus stop there as well, where the number 147 can be caught. Now, according to my GoPro, that was 3 minutes from the second I started talking in that shot to the very end. So it was actually a shade over 2 minutes, maybe 2 minutes and 15 seconds. I don't know what you guys got as your results on your stopwatches. Let me know down below. Anyway, we've reached the end of the lane. We can't go any further than this point. So now we've got to turn around and head back. And in doing so, what I'll do is I'll walk at a much more leisurely pace so you can sort of appreciate actually what's here. Well, let me tell you folks, I don't set out to visit every single house in a village, but I think I may well have done that here in Howe. I think I've caught everything, haven't I? But then again, it's kind of impossible not to. When there's only 20 people that live here, you know, you're kind of limited as to what you can do. One of the very, very small hamlets out here in North Yorkshire. I think we're going to be seeing a lot more of these. You know what? The next village up the road is similar to this, but it's got about 70 people as opposed to the 20 that live here, so that one will be sort of normal. It is linked to this place though, and we'll see how tomorrow. Oh, how? We'll see how. Blimey, I'm a comedian, me. Let's drive on out of Howe now after having that little wander. Now, we've walked around this place and not yet seen the Howe, or hill, from which the village takes its name. The thing is, you can't ever see it. Not now, anyway. Tomorrow, I'm going to explain why. See you later. Now, just before I go, remember, this video is part of a huge project to visit every civil parish in England. That's more than 10,000. These routes are pre-planned, and due to time constraints, I can't cover every detail or walk down every street. Please don't complain if this video missed something out. I pronounce names how I choose to. I am very aware that local dialect may vary, and I don't take kindly to criticism about this. You've been warned. It's impossible to know everything too. If this video was terrible, make your own. If you're a regular watcher of The Village Idiot, you're not the only one. If you've got a small business, why not use my videos to advertise it? Leave a comment below if you're interested. And finally, thanks for watching this episode, everybody. Give us a like and a subscribe if you've enjoyed this episode, and share it with your friends and relatives. It all helps to keep this mission going. Until next time, I've been Andy, also known as The Village Idiot, and I'm out.